an unknown road to embrace my fate. Though that road may wander, it will lead me to you. And 1,000 years would be worth the wait. It might take a lifetime, but somehow I see it through. And I won't look back. I can know the distance. Let me stay untamed. I won't accept defeat. It's an uphill road, but I won't lose hope till I go the distance and my journey is complete. But to look beyond the glory is the hardest part. For a hero's strength is measured by his heart. Like the shooting star, I will go the distance. I will search the world. I will face its arms. I don't care far. I can go the distance till I find my heroes. Welcome I will search the world. I will face its arms till I find my heroes. Welcome waiting in your arms.
Ich hoffe, das ist jetzt nicht zu lassiv oder so. Hätte ja sein können, dass man das vielleicht anstößig findet. Ich lasse das mal so. Ich find's gut.
Hello, people that like 8 strings? I don't know. This is not a review of this guitar, because I can't even tell you what the company is. So let me... It's true. Let me explain. I was in the Philippines because I rented an island and brought my friends. And then we were in Manila at the end, where Perfecto de Castro gave an amazing concert. And we were also there. And many fans came from all over the area, and some from quite far away, which was very flattering. And so this guy showed up, his name is Kenzo. And he makes guitars, and he showed us a couple. We were all very impressed. Very unique features and, different things. And this is a young guy from the Philippines who has a repair shop and stuff like this, and who builds his own things. And he came to a trade show here in Germany and brought guitars. And actually, Kalen from 16TB took one home. And I said, look, you came all this way. I want to do something for you. Let me take something home and I'll review it and then I'll send it on so I don't have to keep the guitar. You don't pay for it. He's a very good guy and I wanted you guys to see one of his works. And the one thing he could give me was not something I could actually use in terms of, 6-string dad rock thing. No, it's this behemoth of an 8-string. And the reason why I can't even tell you the company, because his company was called NOF, which is part of his name. But now he's changing it, and I don't know what into yet. So I can't even tell you, go and check out guitars from brand, because NOF isn't there any longer. But I'll, of course, link to his Instagram profile and all that stuff. So this is I'm going to say kid. I don't know how old he is. He's younger than I am. From the Philippines, who does great work from a place where you might not expect this type of custom guitar. you already, of course, saw that the special thing about this is that it's got rounded fan frets. Now, why? And that's the cool thing. He has some problem playing with his left hand. It's not arthritis or something, but a carpal tunnel, something like this. And having your hand fully straight says for him hurts, but actually having a little bit of an angle when you do chords is a good thing. So actually that makes it quite a bit easier, he said, for him to do the bar chords, because he can do this. But obviously there's more to it. Now, the reason why we have fan frets, standard fan, is so that the lower strings can have a higher string tension and are not all flabby and react nice and fast, while the high strings have the same tension that we're used to. But that also means that on the higher strings, the fan is already there. So they do feel minimally different. I've never really had a problem with any fan fret guitar, but on the high strings, there is a difference how big the frets are, and there's already a fan on the high strings. Now, if you look at this, if Leslie actually goes on okay, thank you. If you look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, those 4 strings, look at the frets, they're pretty much almost straight all the way through, even up to the A string, almost. Can you see this? It pretty much looks up to the A string. Here you see it a little bit, as if the strings are, the frets are pretty much straight. So all the stuff you do up here, all the fiddly bits, is pretty much unaffected by the fan. And then for the lower strings, where it really matters, we have a pretty heavy fan. You can actually see it back here. These are pretty much the same, and then very drastically it fans out. And that is achieved through the rounded frets, which of course, when you're doing custom work, is more work, yes, but is doable. For a factory like Ibanez or Schecter or whatever, probably not in any way feasible unless they do special machines and stuff like this. So I think this is a great idea to get the low strings, especially on the 7/8 string, more string tension while retaining the full playability and normal use of the high strings. Very cool, but not cheap to do, unless you do it like he does, all by hand and a smaller series. I think this guitar would clock in between $3,000 and $4,000 somewhere. Don't nail me down on that. Look at the beautiful pickup covers. He made them himself. Truss rod adjustment right there. We have push-pull for single coil sounds. Nobody needs that on that guitar. 3-position switch. Of course, individually tunable. You have to, because it's a headless. Individual bridge parts. Nice cutout here. This looks a little bit like a Kiesel. Maybe he would get in trouble with that. But we have a really nice, I'm going to say this is mahogany or walnut, something like this. This in the middle could be a Paduk, maybe. Bubinga, could be Bubinga. 6 screws to hold the neck in. Nice rounding off here. All the gold stuff is actual gold. It's all unnecessary shit, you know? This actual gold leaf. I really like the shaping. Nice long horn up here. This guitar very securely hangs on your strap, and it really weighs nothing. We have the traditional, you know, individual screwy inny thing up here for the strings, and then you have this rounded off nut. He actually talked about not doing a nut at all, but doing a 0 fret from now on, and something about, he's very, very inventive. So, I feel the pickups could come up a bit. There isn't a lot of output, and it's not necessarily about the sound of the guitar or anything. I just want you guys to see this and know that there's very innovative stuff coming out from a small shop in the Philippines from a cool guy. Okay, again, he's not paying me for this. The guitar's moving on. We have these fret markers on the side, which is way cool. But then there are also the side rectangles, which are lumen lace. This has everything that a modern guitar needs. Maybe I would prefer Fishmans in here, because that's kind of what you do on that kind of instrument. But hey, again, not a review. I'm just showing you the cool idea. So we're going to go into the Tone King raw list just for some cleans here. It's pretty narrow for a narrow neck for an 8-string. Can I do this? Very bassy down there. Oh, single coil. Yeah, you don't really need that on that guitar. Single coil in the back. This is stuff I would not pay for and just say, you know, don't do it. It's an 8-string. Come on. Let's go into the ENGL for some leads. ENGL Founders Edition on channel 4. Go to the Revv Generator 120. Again, missing a little bit of output. Down here, on the lower strings, all the way down here, you feel a little bit of a stretch that you have to do. Not a biggie to me. The string spacing, it feels a little bit off to me. Let's go straight to the Synergy with the Deliverance module. Again, it would have to be adjusted a little bit. I think it needs more output. Pickups have to come up, and maybe something with, you know, more modern sounding, higher output pickups. But again, this is not the final thing. This is an idea. He has more ideas. He's working on improvement, stuff like this. But if you're maybe in the Philippines, contact the guy and see if you can do a custom project. And definitely someone to watch out for, because this is a guy that's going to evolve. The guitars are going to get more creative and wilder. And if you have trouble playing up here on a fan fret, but you need fan fret because you do extended range, he is the guy to contact. So Kenzo, thank you so much for letting me borrow this. It'll move on. And hope to see you again soon, as we discussed. And I'll put links to him below and animals at the end.